All right, another video from the standard 8.EE.5. This time our focus is on interpreting the unit rate as the slope of the graph. And so here we have a graph where we've got, it looks like 5 ordered pairs plotted. And there are times in problems like this where it's difficult to tell what the slope is based on some of the plotted ordered pairs. And in this case, I'm talking about the dots that are plotted for us there. This one is actually relatively easy because all of the dots are at perfect ordered pairs. 1, 5, 2, 10, 3, 15, 4, 20, 5, 25. So we could actually take any of those. And so let's just take maybe the easiest one right there, 1, 5. Well, when we have 1, 5, 1 is referring to the number of weeks, and the 5, and I know that because of the labeling on the x-axis there, or on the horizontal axis, and the labeling on the vertical axis is amount in savings in dollars. So if we sort of abbreviate that. And so we're supposed to, in this problem, select the statement that correctly reflects what is shown in the graph. Well, the rate of change, which can be interpreted as the same value as the slope, clearly in this one is going to be 5 for lots of reasons. This is a proportional relationship. And if we take the y value divided by the x value, we get 5. That's one way of doing this type of thing. Or we could use the idea of slope. And so from the origin, we would be rising 5 right there and running 1. And remember, slope is typically rise over run. And we rose 5 and we ran. That's run, not rum. We rose 5 and we ran 1. So either way, we get a rate of change or a slope of 5. So right now we know it has to be either the second or third option there. But if we dig down a little bit further, I'll take the second option here. So Luis's savings rate is $5 every week. Well, that would be the one that it is because we typically take whatever the vertical axis or y-axis is referring to per whatever the x-axis is referring to. So we've got $5 per week from 7th grade is the unit rate, but it's also, in this case, the rate of change. So we would be selecting the second option there. Let's go to another sort of a similar problem to this. So maybe another problem, but this time we're, notice that the ordered pairs are not all perfect. So in a situation like this, we would need to locate at least one that is perfect. And it looks to me like that one is perfect. And that is the ordered pair, 5, 20. The first thing we're supposed to figure out here is the slope. Well, taking the idea of slope, we're rising 20 and we are running 5. And so the slope is rise over run or 20 over 5, which is 4. Now, once again, we could have used the idea from 7th grade since this is a proportional relationship, y over x. And we can only utilize that from 7th grade because this happens to be a proportional relationship, okay? So we know that our slope is definitely 4. So now I'm going to take this off of here and scroll up a little bit. So right now we definitely know that it's either this choice or it's this choice. And now it's about what does that 4 represent? Well, that 4 represents the number of dollars per week, much like the previous problem. And so it looks like we've got the second choice here. The slope is 4/1, so Nick's savings rate is $4 every week. This is keeping track of the rate at which Nick is saving his money. Let's go to a different type of problem. This one looks very similar to the first one. So let's take a look at this one. This one we're basically considering the distance traveled by Juwan. So much like the previous problem, I'll first of all need to locate a perfect ordered pair. And it looks like there's one right here. And it looks like that's at 5, 150. So we're figuring out the slope in this one. So we are rising 150 and we are running 5. And so 150 over 5 is 30. So I know that my slope is 30. So at that point, it's one of those two. And remember, typically as far as the units go, y-axis label per x-axis label. So we're talking about miles. So we know we've got 30 miles per hour. That's what the unit rate is, or the rate of change here is. And so this would be the first option. All right, let's take a look at one more idea here. And that would be maybe a problem like this, where in this particular problem, we're tracking the reading speed of Amanda. And we're going to start this exactly the same way. As you can see here, we need to first of all find the slope, because that's what we're talking about here. In this one, we've got really lots of perfect ordered pairs here, and maybe I'll take that one at 2, 1. And so that we are rising 1 and we are running 2. So the slope is 1/2. So at this point, we know has to be one of these two choices. Now, 1/2 what? Well, 1/2, remember, y-axis label per x-axis label. The y-axis label is talking about the number of pages that this person read, Amanda read. So 1/2 of a page per whatever the x-axis label is referring to, and that's minute. So 1/2, by the way, is the same value as 0.5, and so this would be the second value.